What's up guys, how y'all doing today? My name is John once again, and this is one of the guides I was kinda dreading. This is the guide for Mei, and Mei is an utter tank destroyer. Not like she's like Luke Skywalker in the fifth Star Wars. You know, it's crazy. Just so you know, there will be a cut after Kill the Junkrat, because I spent about 5 minutes of this game on the phone on a business call. So, you know, I was still playing well. I still did pretty well, but I was on a call, so, you know, just gonna skip over all that. Also, it is quite a long game, so just an inch at a time. So, let's go over Mei's abilities, shall we? So, her shift is that you see there. It basically freezes you in an ice block, and while you're in the ice block, you're invulnerable, and you regen health, which is very good if you're being attacked by a Reaper, for instance. Sadly, mine was on cooldown there, because I had just used it. So, her main attack is her freeze ray, which I'm going to call her, I think she's like the male version of Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, basically, it has an insane amount of ammo in it for her left click, her main attack, and you basically gradually freeze an enemy target. So, if you hit them enough with it, they'll freeze in place, and you can hurt them, and they won't be able to hurt you back, and so on. Her other attack, her right click, is a very, very powerful, like ice shard that she shoots. And if you get a headshot, most champions are pretty much dead. Like, you can kill Pharah with one hit, you can kill Reaper with one hit, Tracer, different people. You know, people who are around 200 HP, you can all kill with one hit with a headshot. Just so you know, there is a bit of charge time, and it is a projectile weapon, so it is affected by travel time. I don't think gravity though, so that's something to note. When you right click, you'll see, when I do it next, you'll see there's a bit of a charge time, and that it's not a hit scan weapon, so it, you know, have to account for travel time. They see it there. Charge, fire. See, that's got charge time on it. So, that's very good for poking from range, because the range on her primary attack isn't great. You kind of have to be up close and personal for that one. Now, Mei's E builds a giant ice wall. It's like, I think she might be like the Canadian version of Donald Trump. Political jokes, I know, I'm sorry. But, okay, we're going there. Right, so, her E builds an ice wall, which basically blocks damage from your team. And it's quite a good weapon if you're trying to block enemies in or stop damage from your team. That there is her ult, that's her blizzard, which basically creates an AoE where people who are in it freeze. And obviously if you're in the center, you get slowed when you're in it. If you're in the center, you get slowed more, and it's harder to escape because you're right in the epicenter. And so if you're in that for long enough, similar to her main attack, you'll freeze in place, and your team will be able to kill them, and so on. So, what do you want to do when you're playing Mei? Well, first of all, Mei, yeah, she's 200 HP, but I wouldn't underestimate her. She's not a tank, but she can fend for herself, let's just say that. So for instance here, Reaper's way out of range for hitting me, but I can still throw out my right clicks and kill him, because, you know, they do a lot of damage, and it's much longer range than his shotguns are. So, if you're against a Pharah or something, your wall is going to be an invaluable tool, because you can block her rockets, and you can block her rocket barrage. So, I would always be putting that wall out. It can really just help save you. You saw there me freezing D.Va, and yeah, if I should have had team backup there, because me going in solo mission didn't work out too well, because D.Va is quite tanky. With a lot of champions, you can just freeze them and then headshot them and they're dead, but D.Va is a bit of a special case for that. Now, that was a I took my hand off the keyboard, put it back, ulted back, I thought I was pressing W, press Q, I walked out and got killed immediately. So that, ignore that, okay? No one saw that. That was an absolute shambles. Okay, right. Mistakes of FPS players. So, yeah, her ice wall is very important for your kit. So you can see there, had I been there in time, I could have blocked the barrage, even though Pharah was killed anyway, but I could have blocked it for my team. One thing to also note, you can rotate your wall. So your wall is on your E, you already know, that's the wall there. And if you press E, it activates kind of the placement thing, where you can place where to put it. And like Torbjorn's turrets, you can, you know, right click to cancel and left click to place. But if you press E again, you can rotate it by 90 degrees, so you can have it. You can also use it to do some really cool things. I'm going to do a separate video on this. You can use it for some really cool map traversing, where basically you can just use it, particularly on King's Row, is very effective from getting to ledge using your ice wall. and very good for scaling places and getting up on higher places. Like that ledge to my right, I could go up there by using my ice wall and putting it at a 90-degree angle and standing up on it. So that's something I'm going to do a separate video on. And not Tracer, I was going to Tracer will be mentioned here, don't worry. Mei is very strong against Tracer in certain situations. You can see there I just shifted so I can get my health back. You can see the regen on that. So, for mobile champions, Mei is actually pretty good. You can see her main attack does quite a lot of damage as it is, but not enough to kill someone. It's mainly just for freezing. Once you freeze them, you want to go to your right click, because that's where most of the damage is at. It's also you can get a headshot, which is just a lot of damage. So, she can kill pretty much anyone. And tanks, she's very good at freezing tanks, because if she freezes a tank, it means that that tank is very vulnerable. Because most tanks, when they're, you know, for instance, Bastion, when he's in Ascension mode, if he's frozen, he's very vulnerable. Like, Widowmaker can easily get a headshot, or Hanzo can get a scatter arrow, or Reaper can teleport in and basically just blast him to death with his shotguns. So, Mei's very good at making people vulnerable to attack. And that's what she's mainly good at. That's why she's so good at killing tanks. Because tanks just, most of them aren't very mobile, which means it's very easy to get them frozen with your main attack. Like what you saw with D.Va there, back earlier on the clip. D.Va, pretty much when she's firing, she is pretty much immobile. She can't move at all. So it's very easy to freeze D.Va. And then it's easier for your team to do damage to D.Va because she's not moving. So that is why Mei is so good. And actually, I've realized that I really like Mei now. I had only played Mei in the first week, you know, when they had the random champions game mode. That's the only time I had played Mei. But I'm actually really enjoying playing Mei now. So yeah, that's been my guide. I don't know, I always feel, when I finish this, I always feel like I didn't get enough information in. But you guys let me know. Did you find this worthwhile? Was it good? Did it help? Not? I don't know. You let me know. Remember, if you leave a like down below, if you enjoyed the video. If you have any more champions you want to see a guide done on, let me know in the comments and I'll speed put them to the front. That didn't even make any sense, but anyway. Check down the other playlist down below for the other guides and such. I've been John. Twitter's down below as well. You've been great. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. This is the next kind of big hitter guide. This is the guide for Tracer. So Tracer is easily one of the most agile champions in the game. Let's go through her abilities first, okay? Last night to be exact, last night Europe time to be even more exact, Blizzard released I think it's called the Public Test Realm, and on this patch is contained the ranked system.